SPX6900 continuing to defy the laws of gravity. Obviously, the big news was Monday, 2 days ago, Coinbase announced they are listing SPX6900. This was kind of out of the blue, sort of a surprise. I know a lot of people, myself included, thought that this listing was going to happen, but probably more like in October or November when it was altcoin season and those exchanges were listing a lot of memes in general. Nope, they sort of surprised. It kind of slid it sort of right under the table there. And then plus, you might have not heard about this because they put out this tweet, Coinbase, about the listing a half an hour after that big hack unrelated to SPX, but that big sort of JavaScript malware hack was announced, which turned out to be a nothing burger, but it caused a lot of panic in the markets, and that was all over crypto Twitter, the hack. Nothing really about SPX, but the market. So the market reaction was a little bit of a delayed reaction just because the hack, but we are looking pretty good right now. SPX is #1 top trending on all of DEX tools. Remember, SPX doesn't pay for this. A lot of other teams pay to be in the top trending, not DEX tools. This is just based on organic buzz. Look at this 2-week chart here. I mean, if this isn't 1-week chart, excuse me, if this isn't a thing of beauty, I don't know what is. We were down around 1.1 for a good 10 days, 14 days. The bottom level of the channel was $1. The top level of the channel was $1.10. Then we just broke out of it on Sunday 3 days ago, and it has been up and to the right ever since. So this is a real healthy looking chart because usually when a big exchange listing happens like Coinbase or Binance, we see a huge pump right at the announcement, like, when it happens and then an hour afterwards, but then it kind of tops and then it just starts sort of going down, down, down because a lot of people are selling off. Obviously, they think, okay, Coinbase listing happens. Well, that might mark the top, so I'm going to sell. Nope, that didn't happen here. This was right here. This green candle was the Coinbase listing, and it's just the positive momentum, the upward momentum has stayed each and every 12-hour period, has just been higher highs and higher lows. Specifically on the day in the last 24 hours, SPX is up 8.5%. Remember, this listing happened about 2.5 days ago now, so still up 8% in the last 24 hours. Very impressive. That places it in 11th place, the 11th top performing coin of the last day, the 11th top performing meme coin across all chains in the last day. But the only one which has a similar market cap to SPX is Farcoin, which is up a near similar 10.5%. And then in the week, SPX is even better. They're up 25% on the week. So let's sort by that puts them in 5th place amongst all memes across all chains in terms of weekly performer. First, just a quick reminder from my partner exchange, BTCC, fully available in the USA and pretty much everywhere else. No VPN or KYC is needed. So the big futures trading competition featuring Jaren Jackson Jr. of the NBA's Memphis Grizzlies is more than halfway over. It ends on September 21st, so you have about 11 days left. Now, 6 signed Jaren Jackson Jr. jerseys will definitely be given out to people who enter, and then additionally, $100,000 will definitely be given out to the most profitable futures traders who enter the competition. And there's a max $400K volume prize pool. Currently, $50,000 of the $400K has been unlocked. I predict by the time the contest will end, we'll have much closer to $400K. And that obviously, the more you trade, the higher your volumes are, the greater the share of the max $400K you'll get. If you want to enter this competition, or if you just want to sign up for an account on BTCC and get up to $10,000 in bonuses, use either of these 2 links at the top of the video description area. Now back to SPX. And we have some new big influencers in the community who've just aped some bags. So first, Zach Humphreys, he tweeted this out yesterday. Coinbase has listed SPX, and I was recently convinced by the SPX6900 Bull, he's a community member, to give this one a deep dive. So I opened a position, let's arrive. So the SPX6900 Bull on Zach's morning Twitter space, he convinced Zach to open a position, and I kind of convinced him a little bit too. I'm always a regular on those Twitter spaces talking about SPX as well. So Zach has a bag. It's good. He has a huge following, over 100,000 Twitter and over 200,000 on YouTube. And then we have comment calls. This guy's a Twitter caller. He tweeted this out yesterday as well. Okay, SPX bros, I'm a holder. I heard the raids are legendary, and I got a small example today. How about this? For every like this post gets, I will buy $10 worth of X. So it looks like he's going to be buying about $2,100 $20,000 because he got 2,100 likes. So we shall see if he carries through with that. But still, that's that's good. And he also got gifted, it looks like, about $96. He got gifted 69 SPX tokens for $96 by this community member right here. So let's keep it going. And then the DCA is just nonstop. So Nick This community member, they just DCA'd $20 per day. Then we have this person here, Saucy. They entered their second daily DCA, $50, and they did $25 on day one. What else do we have here? This person here, their 65th day of DCAing SPX, and they SPX'd about one. They buy one SPX, that's about $1 per day. And then this person here, day 72 of DCAing, approximately $10 worth of SPX, so 7 SPX tokens. And then Maddox, the king of them all, he's basically a whale, day 80 of DCAing, $1,000 worth of SPX. Then this community member here, Jesse Shaw, they did a very unusual show. They are showing SPX6900 in the operating room. It looks like he's either a nurse or a surgeon, and he wrote it on the surgery room wall. SPX6900, Eons Unite. It's a pretty creative show. I've never, ever seen any coin, let alone SPX, be shielded in such a high-pressure environment like a doctor's operating room where surgeries take place. Keep it up, Jesse Shaw. I like it. This is another creative post right here. Unique Dubbing. He was a regular apparently on the Bitcoin talk forums like 10 plus years ago. It sounds like 2013, 2014, 2015, early Bitcoin days when it was all Bitcoin. There were very few other coins. He was saying the talk of SPX right now is even more diehard than Bitcoin was back then on the Bitcoin talk forums, and also more diehard than Doge and SHIB were during the 2021 bull run when they went parabolic. And that is hardcore. And then we have this great stat right here. So SPX 1600, they are number one in terms of this category here, the most wallets that hold over $1,000 worth of a token, and the wallet hasn't sold anything in the last 30 days. So essentially, amongst semi-large holders, people hold over $1,000 worth of a coin, but don't sell in a 1 month period. SPX is killing everyone else. 31% of those 1K plus holders have not sold a single coin in the last month. That is number one. Number two, WIF is 21%. Significant drop. 31% SPX, 21% WIF. That is huge. Plus, look at the wallet size. SPX 6900, the number of wallets that hold over $1,000, so it is 511, which equates to 450 million. The number two coin, WIF, only has 189 million. So you have mega whales, very intelligent people. People just have a lot of money, are savvy investors. That is the SPX community. That's it for now. Drop a comment down below. SPX Army, say hi. I will be back later with a new video. BenCrypto signing out. Catch you later.